Well, I removed my glued together Roman candle now from my jig, and I'll just use a little bit of, what is this, 100 grit sandpaper to sand the outside of the candle, just smooth those joints up just a little bit. Now I've cut 4 strips of this 2.8 inch wide paper packaging tape from Staples. It's got very small fiberglass reinforcing fibers in it. I've cut 4 of those strips, about an inch shorter than the candle. I'll keep it in about a ½ inch from each end. And I will just wet those strips one at a time in my tape dispenser, which all I'm using it for is a wetting station. I like to cut this tape with a pair of scissors. Trying to put it in the wetting station and tear it doesn't work very well. And I will just apply these strips one at a time, nice and smooth on the candle. You see that each strip covers the candle about 3/4 of the circumference, so I will stagger those gaps around the circumference of the candle by starting each strip where the last one left off. First one left off there, I'll lap this over just maybe 1/4 inch or so. Start the second strip there and apply it. That strip ended there, so I'll stagger the third strip. Starting there, lap it onto the edge of the second strip where it ended, and just do that around the candle. That way, between the 4 strips, I've got about 3 layers of this reinforced packing tape on the circumference of the candle, and that really reinforces and strengthens the joints where they're glued in between the tube sections. Then once I've got all 4 strips on, I will burnish them down and remove all the air bubbles, smooth out the wrinkles by burnishing those strips with an extra piece of paper tubing. Just burnish them down like that. And once that tape is dry, that makes for a very strong Roman candle case that won't come apart while the Roman candle is shooting. So now the reinforcing tape on my candle is good and solid and dry, and I'll finish the candle off. Take a piece of Visco with a little bit of a hook on the end and shove that all the way down inside where the hook's against the first increment of candle composition. I got some nice finished paper, has a candle on it, which I will then roll the candle up into, the Roman candle up into. Just a little bit of a finish wrap to make the finished product look a little more professional. I'll fold it over on the bottom and glue it, and then I will just put the Visco back in there, gather the finished paper around the piece of Visco, tie that with a clove hitch, and there is a nicely finished Roman candle. Put a little bit of glue on the bottom to hold it, and that's ready to take out and fire.